Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Tech Gamers World. In this video, I'm going to provide you with a hands-on demonstration on how to connect a THRUSTMASTER flight stick to a Microsoft Xbox Series S or X gaming console, and then configure it for use with Microsoft Flight Simulator. So as always, if you could click that like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure to enable notifications. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Okay everyone, welcome back. So I've gone ahead and loaded up Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is being done on a Microsoft Xbox Series X. So before you connect your THRUSTMASTER flight stick to a gaming console, in this case an Xbox, you want to make sure and check whether or not your flight stick has a little switch for PC or Xbox. In my case, I'm having it set to Xbox. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it into my Xbox, which I have just done. And then what you need to do is go up into options. Now if you've never used your flight stick before, it may pop up with a box and say that it's detected you've connected a flight stick. So we'll go ahead here to options, controls options. Now you're going to see the default controller profile and a THRUSTMASTER T.FLIGHT HOTAS 1. Now to show you it's connected, you see it here. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect it. As you can see, it's removed. Now when I plug it back in, it's going to come back again. So let's go ahead and plug it in. There it is. So we've confirmed that our T.FLIGHT HOTAS 1 flight stick is connected to the Microsoft Xbox. So there's two profiles for our T.FLIGHT HOTAS 1. So let's go ahead here and go through the cameras of the default profile. So this is just where you set your settings for camera views, instrument views, camera mode switches, stuff like that. Menu controls. I don't recommend changing any of the stuff from here above unless you absolutely are a pro and you like to change it. But the basic default configurations are fine. Toggle afterburner is super important. If you're in a fighter jet that has afterburners, make sure you've got this bound to a key. In my case, is previous. If you don't bind the afterburner to a key, you will not get afterburner controls. Secondary control surfaces. Brakes, super important. Power management. This is where it's super important. A lot of people ask, how do you enable reverse thrust? Toggle throttle reverse thrust must be bound to a key. When you do that, the throttle right here then becomes reversed. And landing gear. Make sure we have set to a command. Now let's switch to the helicopter profile. Helicopters were recently released for Flight Simulator, which enabled this default profile. So let's go ahead and collapse everything so we can go through it real quick here. Camera. Same stuff as the default T.FLIGHT HOTAS 1 airplane profile. Menu, the same thing. Again, I don't recommend changing anything above here unless you have a very specific button you like bound for that. Miscellaneous is a little different. We've got rotor controls, stuff like that. Flight control surfaces is going to be a little different as well for primary control surfaces, showing things that are specific to helicopters such as increment tail rotor, decrement tail rotor, stuff like that. Rotor trim reset, all stuff related to helicopters. Brakes, rotor brakes, super important. Power management is basically the same. Collective access is basically just throttle. Increase helicopter throttle, decrease helicopter throttle. So that's pretty much it. You want to make sure that you have all your keys bound to the services that you like for the helicopter and the plane profile. Again, afterburner and reverse thrust are super important. Make sure you have those bound to a key or they will not work. So and now we're going to go ahead and apply and save. Make sure you save your changes. And that's it. You are ready to fly with a THRUSTMASTER flight stick. If anybody has any questions or comments or needs some more clarification, please drop a comment on this video and I will do my best to get it answered for you. As always, if you could click that like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you have enabled notifications for when I drop new and exciting content. That would be awesome. Thanks a lot, everyone, and I will see you around. Happy flying.